Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Ranking of Kings, episode 6. Okay. A lot of things happened last episode. Damas cut off his hand, yeah. Daida didn't drink the King Boss slurry. And then also, you know, yeah, Boji is just in hell. No big deal.
It's
You know,
not too bad.
yeah, another walk in the
Just
park.
another kingdom.
Another day. Yeah.
Just another kingdom.
Yep.
Yeah, just meeting kings, just casually.
Exactly.
I would say at this point, Boji meeting so many kings is going to make him kind of kingly if he just keeps, learning from them.
Indeed. I do think that might happen.
Yeah. So, all right. But, I would very much like to see Boji and Kage kind of make their way back, or at the very least go on a little bit of a misadventure together.
Right, because what is the path moving forward? Like, you're down here now. Okay.
Out.
You hang out with this king, right?
Out.
Yeah,
Leave.
Yep.
But then what? Like,
Right, exactly. Like,
yeah.
you can't just go back to your home, because that probably wouldn't go well.
Well, no, I think that's the thing. You have to eventually go back home. It's just when do you go back home? Do you go back home now, or do you go back home after, like, you've grabbed some friends, some allies, people
That could help protect you and stuff, yeah. Because Kage will always be in your corner, but he can only do so much.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Why are you here?
Well, I was pushed. Yes.
Just whatever, guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Second place.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, all right.
That's impressive. So Boss was 7, and this guy's second.
You probably saw King Boss as a bit of like an upstart, of like a, hey, you got really high really quickly.
Right. But I've got the best knights. Yeah. Wait, this OP needs to change. Damas has both hands still. You already knew what I was thinking.
I knew exactly what you were going to say, because of when you said it. You're like, wait. And I was like, yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
They're like, we've never heard of that.
Oh, they're going to fight.
And Boji's not scared. Oh, okay.
We did too. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get more details.
Okay. By the way, that's Artorias. Oh.
Yeah. Ha ha! Jeez. This is a test of courage.
All right. Trying to hit him. Okay, he can do that. He might not be able to take him out, but...
Well, he hit him.
Yeah, he hit him, you know.
Sure.
Hopefully this works.
Right.
This guy's like, I don't know, I don't want to hit a kid, but...
We're getting the captain's backstory.
Or is it super easy because any increase, you know?
Okay. I like the respect. I don't want to crush your dreams, but I might just crush your dreams. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm bouncing into frame. Whoa, 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 whoa! Animation! Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, just barely. Whoa. Oh, Boji, let's
And then he
go.
blows steam out of his nose. Wow.
Respect.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's my son.
No.
Strength is really the only problem he has.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. Reality. Oh, Kage is so for him, cheering him on. Oh, what? From Bebin?
Oh no. Was that saying like kill them or something like that?
Oh shit.
What did it say?
No. Yeah,
that's right.
Let's go. Ah!
He's gonna see if he can lift it.
No, buddy. I don't even know if I could lift that. Rocks are like stupid heavy.
It's worth a shot. And then this knight is like, I must train this boy.
Oh.
Still a big one.
Proportionally to his size, yeah, it's too big, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay to cry, Boji.
It's okay.
The tears cog his eyes too.
Yeah. Mmm.
You should read it.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
Ah. Okay.
Despa.
All right.
Oh.
Cool. It's a sensitive subject.
Oh, they hate each other. Oh, okay.
I hope this guy becomes a recurring character.
Yeah. We don't have time for a flashback. What a good guy. No, pity is not a bad thing. Yeah. Ah, wise. A wise guy. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Oh. We have our next place to go. All right.
Yeah.
Just the casual captain of the greatest knight legion. in the
Right,
world,
exactly.
just being
No big
like,
deal. You know.
I believe in you, little kid. It's like I've murdered
travels.
hundreds of thousands of people, but I believe in you, little kid. It's like, thank you. Don't do it. Don't show it.
Okay, I think you're safe.
Oh.
Don't mean to offend, but I'm not accepting your Faustian bargain.
Oh.
Oh. They were going easy on him, but not me. Okay. All right.
And yet he still
beat
me. Yeah, I don't want the easy road to kingdom. What's going on in here?
Oh shit!
He knows the voice.
Oh shit! Yeah!
The one that was frozen.
Just that little reminder of just how big Boss was. Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Not allow you.
We don't get to hear what she says. Oh, come on!
Is he gonna try to kill Obvious?
You might need a weapon.
and just like that. Whoa.
Holy shit. And now he's gonna make him drink the stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, oh
Okay.
boy, okay.
Wait. Wait.
Someone like punched like imprints into it. Probably Despa, just give it as a bop, bop, bop.
Yep, and then, oh man.
The snake.
Oh shit. Okay.
Let's go, Bebin.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch, he's gonna be like super friendly.
Yeah, he's gonna be jovial and fun and like quirky. And music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. The voice. That's. I know the voice.
Oh. Yeah.
It's,
Is it a Haikyuu character?
yeah, I think so. Is it Oikawa?
No.
No, it's not. It's
But okay, so
cool.
the mirror just whispers to Appius, and he flips like
Turns
that.
immediately.
What the hell is this mirror's deal? And what does the thing do if it doesn't make him stronger?
Well, it's some kind of control, I would say. Some kind of way in
Right.
which they'll have control over him. Or it's part of a greater ritual. I think what it is that the mirror knows about whatever the curse is that's on Boji. And is like, this curse is on Boji, or whatever. And then Appius is like, wait, really? And like, so we have to choose someone else to be our, our king.
Right.
All right. Well. Cool.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
Well, they got what they wanted. Daida
Yeah.
drank the fluid, the ritual blood stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll have to see what that does, because apparently it doesn't do what they made Daida think it does. But then also, all right, it's confirmed that the mirror is the frozen lady. Okay, and she's
The one who was the original leader of these two with the sickle scythe wielders.
right.
Who probably was then some kind of magician or sorcerer or wizard or whatever
Something.
that kind of ran this area of the thing. And then because of their actions, Bos had them frozen underneath the castle.
But they have something on Appius. Okay.
Well, there's the immediate stuff that we saw. Appius was granted strength, basically, because of what she did.
Right.
Or something.
Something.
At the very least, Appius seemed like a regular guy when Bos was there. He was scared. He was, like, very, I don't feel comfortable with all this. And Bos is very much like, no, we'll make you like this. So they might be setting up a thing where Bos is not a great guy.
Oh yeah, I definitely think that's a strong possibility. But
also remember, Bos had a demon inside of him.
right. It's something where I kind of like, the longer this show goes on, the more questions I have rather than like them being answered.
Yeah,
right?
we're building out so wide that we haven't
Right.
made progression forward, except really with Boji a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
But even in the places and the times where I would think that we would then start to get some answers, right? Oh, Appius is going to come in and then it's gonna shake up the whole situation here, and then maybe there will be some like, what's going on? Explain yourself or whatever. No, turns out, no, he was actually just going there to fucking kill Daida.
I mean, because Daida tried to kill him.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm loyal to Boss, and Boss said make Boji king,
Right.
So I'm gonna fucking kill Daida.
Yep. And it's like, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense, because he would also probably be suspecting that if Daida's gonna have me get executed, Boji's probably not safe either.
Yeah, Daida's not meant to be
right,
king,
so it's like,
that,
okay,
but he's a danger to everybody else.
Yep, which
it's true. It's true. So now we have the reveal that Appius is one that, by getting rid of Bebin in that way, the Lady Muranjo is now free to prey upon Daida, who was being watched too well by Bebin in the past to be able to do this shit. Even though Bebin was totally aware of the mirror and the person that he was that Daida was speaking to, but was kind of like, they're not necessarily a problem because they're a person in a mirror, and Daida's not stupid, and I am teaching Daida.
Right.
But I'm watching them. I'm watching them.
The more this goes on, the more I love Daida, the more I love Bebin.
Yes.
And I am so okay with that. Because they're the two they're probably the two characters that
they're riding the line of both sides, kind of.
Well, right, but they would also be stereotypically set up to be the unlikable characters, right?
Well, not the unlikable characters, but the antagonistic characters. Well,
sure.
And they have no like complexity to them.
Right, yeah. However you want to call it. And so the idea that now we're getting so much exploration of them, even though Bebin is, who knows where he is right now, underground, recovering in a hospital, with the snakes
probably,
right, exactly.
The big one,
Yeah, so it's just like, okay, keep this coming. I love it. And then while this is all happening, Boji is off on his little adventure someplace relatively safe, actually, given what's going on, And okay, yeah, he can see about making himself stronger and meeting new characters and things like that. And nobody's tried to kill him yet since going down into hell. Awesome. And even the captain of the strongest knights out there is like,
yeah, you're all right.
I respect this kid. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the heart of a king.
That's right.
Like I, expected, something maybe a little bit different from the son of King Boss, which. Apparently Desha is also a son of King Boss.
He might still be fucking with him, but that seems like so unnecessary to like, as far as like, if he's
lie, unless he wants him to trust him. Here's a weird idea. So here's something that's I feel like the guards in the background, who are kind of the silent peanut gallery where they look at each other every once in a while, they were saying things without saying anything, because when he said that, the guards looked at each other like, the fuck?
Now,
and given that he said that he's already been messing with you with the letter and stuff, he could be lying, and that it's more tied to something with regards to the demon.
Sure.
So
well, with regards to the guards looking at each other, that seemed like to me like the first thing I thought of was that it's no, he's not actually Boss's son.
Sure.
The other thing though is that maybe it's I wouldn't lie to you, and they're like, he lies all the time.
He lies, literally. He's the king of the underworld.
Right, exactly.
He became the second strongest king by lying his way,
Exactly,
I'll bet you that's what the brother is going to basically say, was that he noticed how much of a schemer Desha was because he's so wise. Sure. And he tried to call him out on his shit.
Right, and he's like the sweet, just like, oh yeah,
maybe
hey.
a bit of a rules guy, maybe.
Sure, yeah, and he just didn't really vibe with it. Okay, so they end up being really antagonistic, and God, even the bit with the statue, right?
That punch, like depressions in the face.
Like it's like, okay,
that's
cool.
That's funny. Like very petty. He's in the same kingdom still as his brother.
Right.
There's very much this like. Okay, so they're opposites. They're just opposites in terms of.
But at the same time,
everything.
The guy doesn't like he's living in a fairly regular-ish house.
Yeah,
so like
there was
he doesn't
royal about it.
Exactly.
It had a big skull.
It had a big skull.
The
like
mantelpiece
this
threshold.
guy. knows some things or whatever. Like he's not just an actual like regular person, you know. But like it doesn't seem like the house of someone who's got crazy ambitions and is like, I'm going to, you know, make some power play or whatever.
He probably doesn't.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to mess with that,
he
you know.
needs to do anything. He's just probably enriching himself with study and knowledge and
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah. And if he is the person who can make people way stronger, then unless it actually comes at like big downsides and detrimental effects, and so he doesn't use it on himself, barring that, I could see him totally being like unbelievably ridiculously strong in a way that, you know, you wouldn't expect maybe from looking at him.
Yeah, and that's why there's punch marks in the statue. I could also see it being a thing where he's just strong, but it's that there's quests that he knows you could go on theoretically, and this is how you set up basically the way in which Boji then goes on the great journey to become the great king and all that, is that he's like, no, I could point you to some really cool relics out there in the world. I could, like, I've studied. I know where there's some magical, you know, things that could enhance this aspect of you. And
so you want to get stronger. Here's
he pulls out the lexicon of like, which way would you like to become stronger?
Right, and then
because I only care about the ones where I can, you know, be protecting myself and just enrich my mind. But,
by the way, if anyone ever offers you a slurry drink, don't take it. It's a bad deal.
Yeah,
you know?
That's them trying to set up a bit where your soul will be devoured by a demon.
Right, and then the you know, someone will reincarnate into your body, you know, or
or some shit like that.
Right. I'm excited. I feel like this is a place where Boji could theoretically hang out for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, like a couple episodes.
Yeah, a couple episodes, and really get a lot of good stuff from here, while at the same time it being a way that we can learn more about the world and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I also feel like it's a way to have a potential moment in the story where we bring kings and we put them aside over here for a second, and we have someone that's not a king, therefore they don't have that ambition to be like.
No, not necessarily an agenda. I mean, they could.
Exactly. But it's the thing of where they can give clear, trustworthy answers for the most part. I love the gag, though, of Despa versus Desha, because it's just like, yes, of course, because in this child fantasy storybook kind of environment, the characters that are, you know, brothers would have almost the exact same name.
It's not quite Primus, Secundus, and Tertius and all that. But it's fairly close. Yeah. And so, I could totally see that also being something where it's like, you're king. Someone comes to you looking for your brother. You're already like, But then they don't actually know that it's your brother. So you're like, yeah, no, it's me. I'm the guy that you are looking for. Yeah.
And then they basically are like, we want to become stronger. And they're like,
oh, no,
look at
sorry,
them and you're like,
no talent.
No,
you know,
definitely
can't
not.
Do it. Yeah.
Stars can't do it. Not today.
And I love that the reason for why he was saying no, like the reason that he gave was kind of bogus, right? And Kage was pointing that out. He's like, no. He's plenty good at a bunch of stuff. He just doesn't have the strength. So, like, if you give him that, he'll be great. You know, it's like...
Right. I do think, though, that he was telling the truth a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
What I think he was making the point of was, and this might be a translation thing, is that he physically cannot get any stronger. It's not talent in terms of, like, you can't just learn it, or you don't have the innate reasoning to know what it would take to become stronger.
Right.
But no, your bones... would need to be different.
Right.
You literally do not have the skeletal and muscular structure upon which you could get much stronger, if at all.
It makes me think of either somehow he knows about or he did know about the curse.
He knows about the curse. That's why I think he's actually speaking from a place of truth. That he's like, no, as you are right now, you can't.
Right.
But wait a minute. If you got that curse removed, maybe there's something that could be done there. But he's not going to say that.
Right, and that could be a way that we can have concrete progress with Despa and not have it be something where Boji is then taking a shortcut, because it's hey, now you can actually start, right?
Because you might know what the curse is after you hang out with Despa.
Sure, or maybe even Despa is able to break the curse, but you still have this tiny body, right? So now, like, you can get stronger now, but you're still starting from, like, absolute zero.
Yeah, I do feel like, though, that this show... and I really hope it does this thing, because I don't want it to go this way, is that I don't want Boji to become stronger.
Me neither.
I don't think this show is about Boji becoming the strongest king.
Right. Like, can you imagine it ending with Boji having a boss-type figure, inverted triangle, super strong and tall and all that stuff? It's
it could, but I don't want that to happen, like, anywhere near now. If that happens, that should be so far. Because this world is so big already. Like, have that happen so far in the future.
Yeah.
Like, to where he grows twice his size, and it's just like, whoa! Like, that in of itself.
He comes back and died. It's like, I mean, I can still kick
you're
your ass.
the same height as me now. What the hell? You know?
You come up to my waist, instead of my knee, Like,
He's not that tiny. He's not that tiny. Oh, because Daida by that point will be older and taller and stuff.
Exactly.
I see.
The bit with Boji trying to pick up the giant ass stone.
Yeah.
And he can't. It's like, oh, honey, kid,
Oh,
And it's like, okay,
baby.
But he's like, okay, yeah, all right. And then he looks at the smaller rock. And he tries to pick it up, and he can't. And then that's when he starts to like tear up and everything. I felt that because it's
I felt that too. But I will just say, if the rock is the size of your stomach, that's really fucking heavy proportionally to your body size.
Yep.
Like, I look at my stomach, and if I had a rock like this big, oh my god, that would be heavy.
Right.
That would be really tough for me to lift. I could lift it a little bit, but pick it up and walk around. No, I don't know. Like,
right, and especially when you're a little kid, right? So, but the feeling of like, no, but I should be able to do this. Okay, I like Boji realizing sometimes I'm braver than my capabilities, right?
Yeah.
So trying to pick up the big rock, I wouldn't actually be able to do it. I fought the strongest of the knights, the strongest of the strongest knights. Yeah, okay, I'm not able to beat him, right? All right. But come on, this is a little rock. It might still be kind of big for me, but it's a little rock. Why can't I pick this up? And showing Boji crying, but then like trying to hide it, in front of Kage, but then not being able to.
Right, it's Kage. Yeah.
And then Kage also like sympathetic tears, and all that stuff. And, like,
boy. He's our baby boy. He's so bold, and we want the best for him. But yeah, it's gonna be a long journey, and the OP has told us that. So we're in for the long haul journey. And all right, Daida, we'll see what the effects of this are, because I worry about cloaked mages or magical folks that speak ominously about the future and plans and can make one of the greatest knights of King Boss, late King Boss, immediately change his desire from murder to servitude.
Well, and Appius, from what we had seen thus far, he seemed to be the most
simple
and principled, person. It's the Damas, you shouldn't do that. You're doing something wrong.
Lawful good.
Right, exactly. I will even go off on my own because I will not be a part of this kingdom that, is not,
And now we know he's lawful neutral. He was never lawful good. He was never lawful good. He is lawful neutral, and he serves basically whoever he believes most should be served.
Right.
And in this case, it's Moranjo and Daida in this case.
Well, but more than Daida.
Yeah.
Now, because the thing that's interesting to me is that it was still the thing of we are going to force Daida to drink this when the effect is not actually it'll make you stronger.
Sure.
Right? Like, if this is something where this is also kind of for Daida's own good,
Yeah, it could be a thing of...
Because it seemed like they were implying something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But then why not tell him the truth of what it is?
The reason why I think is because of what it will change about his opinion of King Boss. So here's a vibe I have. King Boss didn't like Moranjo at some point.
Sure.
That's why she's frozen in the area with all the monsters.
Right.
But the thing is, the more and more we learn about King Boss, the more and more there's a possibility he might not have been a great guy.
Sure.
So there's a possibility then, by the extension, that Moranjo's actually not bad either. She's then someone that's trying to circumvent the idea that Boji should be king when, wait a minute, Boji's cursed. No, maybe Boji shouldn't be king, because maybe it's the thing of where the curse is something that's not easily just gotten rid of.
Sure.
Thus, this lady in the mirror could be like, no, if Boji becomes king, something bad will happen.
Right.
And then it's we need to set up Daida not Boji. Boss was being manipulated by a demon or something like that.
Sure.
There's all kinds of ways in which they could flip the script again and have this be actually something where, no, we're protecting Daida from a horrible future of some kind.
Yeah,
you know?
With what little we know
Right.
about what's at play here, it very much does seem like the revelations and the answers to those questions are not just going to be important, but they're going to be things that change our perspective quite dramatically.
Yeah, on a lot of things.
Right. And
so
so
they're getting drip fed with little bits of new info that add new questions. It's a very good way to keep the thrills coming, but it is something where it's like, okay, eventually
we are going to get those questions
Eventually,
answered, right?
Eventually we're going to start needing some answers because we're widening those stories so much. And thankfully the character focus list is very small.
It is.
So that's probably the biggest execution aspect of this story that they're doing a good job with, is that while you've got this ambitious world and all that with all these characters coming in, we're really just focused on Boji and Kage and then Daida by extension.
Like, we haven't seen Healing, Domas, or Beben like we didn't see them at all this episode, you know. So it's like, okay, there you go. Like, Beben was that off-screen people talking about him, but so
right. So we don't have to focus on everybody every single episode.
Yep.
We can have intimate little storylines. And all right, let's meet Despa.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.